Hi everyone, hopefully your systems quiz went well. We're going to get started on looking at relations and functions and go through this kind of fast, so pause whenever you want, look at the vocabulary, definitions, everything. All right, so a relation pairs an input with an output. This over here is what we call a mapping diagram. And we've talked about input output when we're looking at graphs, we're looking at ordered pairs, X and Y. So a relation can be represented with a mapping diagram like this, or it can be written with ordered pairs, so like this. And you have seen all of this before, but it just kind of adds some vocabulary to it. A function then is a relation that pairs each input with exactly one output. So for example, here's our inputs, and they are paired with exactly one output. This is an example that's not a function because here's your inputs, here's your outputs. The input of 1 has 2 outputs. It has 2 and 4. So this would not be a function. So we're going to take a look at this and determine whether or not each relation is a function. So if you look at this table, and if you want to pause and try this on your own and then, come back to the video, do that for yourself. And this right here, we have our inputs and our outputs, and every single input has exactly one output. So this is a function, and that's the reason why. And then I wrote these as ordered pairs, and you can see from our ordered pairs too, every X has exactly one Y to pair with it. Here's our second one. Here's our inputs and our outputs, and we can see here that like 10 as an input has an output of 0 and 1. Same with 12, it has an output of 1 and 3. So this is not a function, and that's why. It's because of the 10 and the 12 having two different outputs. Now, some people might look at 11 and 10, and these two inputs both have the output of 0, but that's okay. So that's not wrong, but the 10 and the 12 have two outputs, so that's why that doesn't work. And you can see that in the points as well. So here's 10 as X for both of these, and it has two different Ys. So why don't you pause the video and give these two a try, and then come back in to check your answers. All right, so if we look at these, we have X values, and they all have exactly one Y value. It's okay that 2's output is 6 and that 3's output is 6 as well. That is just fine, as long as the input has exactly one output. So this is a function. If we look at this one, we have an input of -1 here, and it has two different outputs. So it has a 6 and a 3. So this is not a function. All right, go ahead and give that big ideas a try, and let us know if you have any questions.